As an undergraduate, I was studying, and I discovered that there was something wrong in the way people thought about the leading of God. I thought you have to be close to God, 5 and 6, deep spiritually, for God to speak to you. And that's true. You see, the more intimate you get with God, the more receptive you are to divine leading. However, God can speak to just anyone because He is sovereign and because He can. And one of the things that I had as a mental model and as a limitation in those days was that I thought that I still had some cleaning to do in my life before I could hear God. And whilst the desire to be more consecrated is always welcome and is important for your spiritual growth and development, it is not a hindrance to God speaking to you. It's not. And right for the first few pages of your Bible, you can see that Adam ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and he still heard God. Think about it. God came in the cool of the day, called him, Adam, where are you? And he heard God enough to respond. And they had a conversation. He had a conversation with them. Just in case that is not notable enough for you, look at Cain. Do you know what it means to be the first murderer? Listen, I don't even know. He must have been an evil genius. Because how do you figure out that because we have eaten of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, I can now exterminate someone? Death was not a concept before. So how did he come to he must have been an evil genius to know that because of what has happened to us, I can stab someone and the person will die. So he knows he can end his brother's existence. And he ends it. Someone killed his brother, and then God still talks to him and he hears. Listen to me. You may not have been where you ought to be in your devotion, but I'm sure you have not killed your brother. I hope. These days, people, they come church. Oh. You may not be praying as much as you want to, but you're not a murderer. If God spoke to Cain, if God spoke to Adam, God can speak to you. And if those two examples are not notable enough, think of Pharaoh, a pagan king, dreamt and saw in the spirit the economic prediction for the next 14 years, that there will be 7 years of plenty and thereafter 7 years of famine. What is your excuse? Come on, are you listening to me? God spoke to people who were undeserving in the Bible. Spoke to people who were undeserving in the Bible.